Welcome back to OSU Football Media Days. We're going to have just a couple of more interviews, and we've got Robert Allen here with us. And Robert, this is a microphone, so get up close to it.
Okay.
I know you're not. I know you're not. You know, some of our guests
I can talk loud. No.
Some of our guests are not real used to the microphone. This guy is. I mean, he does a great job of putting the Orange news out there and keeping the Cowboy Nation informed. And Robert, you're going into your 10th year as the OSU football sideline reporter. That's kind of amazing.
You know what? I have you to thank.
Well,
because and the late Bill Tegans, because Bill had really worked hard to try and get me. He wanted a sideline reporter, and we didn't have one on the network at that time. And Bill really pushed. And, you know, the unfortunate thing is I get to work with Dave Hunziker. That's a fortunate thing. I would have loved to have worked a year at least with Bill because I know how much he was kind of working for me on that, but you really pushed it through.
Well, what a great guy, Bill Tegans. We all miss him to this day, but we've all got great stories about him. But you know, when I was running the Cowboy Radio Network, there was just one guy that I thought should be on this.
You got me a good salary too. I like that.
What's that? Oh,
you got me.
Yeah, he's almost paying us, by the way. But that's just the way it is. But I knew there was one guy that ought to be doing it, one guy that knew more about OSU football than any other person in the media, and that was Robert Allen. You do a great job with it. But you gave a talk today to our extreme campers that were here, some of our great donors that come to the extreme camp that Coach Gundy gives tremendous access to. But you gave a talk to them about recruiting, and I just wanted you to kind of share that with our audience.
It was a lot of fun, and I did the research on it, and I looked at the recruiting rankings, top 10 and the top 5 in the Big 12 since Mike Gundy became coach in 2005. And, you know, there were some years Oklahoma State was close to cracking that number, but most of the time they were 42nd or 64th or something like that. And then I took the records of all those teams. Mike Gundy's record is 47-29 over his going into his 7th year.
Right.
Notre Dame, Michigan, South Carolina, UCLA, even Florida State has just one game better a record, and that's Bobby Bowden and now Jimbo Fisher. But there are a lot of teams that have been ranked high in recruiting that Mike Gundy's program have outdone.
Right.
Okay, well, now you got to find the answer, you know, to why that happens. And so, Larry, I went and looked at the 2-star recruits. People don't realize Zach Robinson was a 2-star recruit. Matt Fodge. Jacob Lacey's playing in the NFL.
How about that?
You know, Brady Bond, an 8-manner. And I'm talking Andre Sexton. Those are a lot of the first group guys, 2005. But even since then.
And that was in a scramble mode.
Like scramble mode.
Because all you had was Mike Gundy, and Joe DeForest was the Lone Ranger, the one guy that stayed with Mike Gundy in the OSU football program and didn't go to LSU.
I told the extreme campers the most outstanding recruiting job ever done by a single assistant, Joe DeForest. He lost one recruit. That was to Les Miles, who jumped one of his commitments and took him over to LSU.
Which you're not supposed to do, right?
No. and then he even got a commitment during that 10-day period. So Joe kept it dead level. And that was a big class. We wouldn't be talking about being ranked 8th in the country without that class. But you look at the 2-star recruits that Mike and his staff have recruited, those are guys that if they break the 2 deep, that's good. Because they're not, you know, they're the lowest of the rankings. And we've got guys that were 2, 3, 4-year starters. There's guys on the horizon. Now you look at, this is the other thing I told the campers. Last year in the recruiting class, there was one 2-star guy, David L. Collins. This year there were 4. One of them's Isaac McCoy, another's Mike Mustafa. Guys I think will be pretty good players. But the reason there's only a few 2-star guys now as compared to what it was, now Boone Pickens in the facilities, Larry Reece raising the funds, getting things gassed up, and now OSU doesn't recruit as many 2-star guys. We're getting our share, I can say that, of the 4, 5-star, 3-star guys.
Right.
And so it kind of tells the tale of how this program's improved from a recruiting standpoint. And that's kind of what I conveyed to the guys today.
That's great. Well, I wanted you to share that with our folks at okstate.com. Be sure also to log on to coachgundy.com, and you can get all of Coach Gundy's tweets. I'm just learning all this language at
You're on
Coach,
Twitter now.
I just got on there, but there's nothing coming
Follow
from
Larry
me.
Reece
You don't
on
need
Twitter.
to follow me because I'm not saying anything. I'm on the couch. You know, I can do that stuff. But you can get all of Coach Gundy's tweets at Coach Gundy. So be sure to do that. And Robert,
You want to go get my partner?
Yeah, we're going to get Dave Hunziker on here in just a minute, but I really enjoy your passion for all things OSU and the work you do, and thanks for joining us here.
It's a lot of fun. You know, and after the Extreme Camp lecture today, and by the way, I was followed by a very good speaker, and Burns Hargis.
Yeah, he is.
But we were able to eat. For the first time, I ate at the training table, and I was thinking as I was going in there, now I've got something on Larry Reece. I said, hey, Larry, Saturday I ate at the training table. First face I see when I walk in the door, there's Larry Reece getting ready to eat at the training table.
Hey, I'm not going to pass up a free meal. So, but heck of a deal. Robert Allen, thanks for joining us. That's Robert Allen, the sideline reporter for the Cowboys, and you can always listen to him, Robert Allen and friends here locally and on the web, too, as well. So, Robert Allen does a great job for us. We'll come back with the voice of the Cowboys, Dave Hunziker, after this.